Hold on a second. We have an issue here. You see that? Let me remove that. Okay, hopefully that fixed it.
Okay, y'all, this is it. In for retirement in a couple more days officially, but right now I'm not feeling well. But I want to thank everybody in Gleason Depot, in particular, TwoTransitMisfits. Yo, watch that show. Peace out.
Oh, yo, what's up, everybody?
Yo, what's good, peoples?
What's up, Blunt?
Yo, what up,
man? It feels like we've been out forever.
It's been a minute.
It's been like a minute and a half. My apologies. This has nothing to do with Blunt. Not Blunt's fault. All my fault. But you guys don't care about that. Just make sure we're here. So we're here. We're back. And thank you all for joining us. Those of you that are new, hope you stay. Those of you that been here before, welcome back.
Welcome back.
I was waiting for that. I was also waiting for your call right after I did mine in the beginning. And you just stood there looking. I was like, okay, I guess we're gonna go.
Oh yeah, nah.
What's going on, Blunt? Any news? Anything new to share with the public?
No.
Going
same
on?
old crap,
Good?
different day. Yeah.
Same old crap, different days. So you're eating the same thing every day. See, same old crap.
Oh wow, we had 300. Okay, that's good.
Whoop, whoop. What's that?
So we had 300 subscribers already.
Nice.
That's good. It's been a minute since we've been on, and we're still growing.
I want to give a couple of shout outs. This past couple of weeks I was out there, and I can't give his name, so forget about that one. I met two operators from Gleason, not from Gleason, from Flatbush. While I was at the end of the line, one of them came, "Hey, you look familiar." I was like, "I'm always here." He goes, "Are you Brooklyn Pete?" I go, "Yeah." You know, when people say that, I feel like just call me, just say what's up. So yeah, I watched the show, and there was other operator came by and took the information for the group, took the information for what's coming up, which we're going to talk about real quick right now. Our get together, and the guy says that they watch the show. So I want to shout out to our brothers and sisters in Flatbush Depot who be watching us. Much appreciated. They didn't give their name, so we'll keep them in the hush. But they're here. They're watching. I thank you for all that. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sticking around and watch what I keep calling our train wreck. I don't know. Is it much of a train wreck yet? Is it much of a train wreck still? Blunt, what do you think?
I think so. I think we improved. I think we improved enough.
Improved a little bit. We got the train back on track a little bit. A little bit. Yeah. So we had something planned today, folks. We want to bring it up real quick. We're going to start a new segment, which is going to be called "Bus Operator Stories from Behind the Wheel." And what we're asking is for the transit workers who want to share stories that you've had while working. We want to have a video of it, but we want to keep your identity you know, covered. So if you're interested, you're gonna send an email to our Gmail, TwoTransitMisfits@gmail.com. Let us know you're interested. And then what we'll do is we're going to send you 5 questions. We have 5 questions. It's going to start like a little mini interview. I have 5 questions we got for you. So on the video, you're gonna say, hey, this is Two Transfer Misfits. I'm an operator, and that's it. You don't have to give your name unless you want to give a fake name. And the first question is, and you're gonna read it. You're gonna respond to it, and then you say, and now I'm gonna give my story, and then you just say your story, whatever happened while you was in transit. All right, and we're gonna share that. So we want to be able to share stories because between us, we're always talking about we could write a book, we could do this, we could do that. Working at transit, you can't really write a book, I don't think, because there will be some issues with that. Especially you mention people from a depot, but you don't really mention the name, and there's gonna be somebody who's gonna be like, oh, I know who that is.
Mhm.
So, but we could put your stories out here, and as long as your face is not on camera, there might be a few maybe that are retired and don't care. You want to jump in, that's fine. But for the most part, people want to keep their identity. So you'll record yourself without showing your face, and then when you email us that video, we will put it through a program and change your voice, so that way you're in the clear. Unless
Yeah, the witness protection program.
yeah, because we want to put it out there, but your name, nothing will be shared, just the video, and that's it. So if you're interested, remember, TwoTransitMisfits@gmail.com. We had somebody that we were gonna, but we didn't finish doing the post. What do you call it? Post Posting the video needs a little work, I guess. So
Still in the editing phase.
okay, so hopefully on the next Monday we will have that first one. And again, guys, just send in your request if you want to be part of it. And we'll add you up and we'll send the information. You send us a video and we'll play them as we get them. All right, so that intro, that was Mr. Black Knight. Mr. Black Knight retired now about a month ago. That was, I think, one with the last show. He was retired from the Jackie Gleason Depot. Um, and he was happy to go, but he was, gonna miss his coworkers. Mr. Black Knight, I know you'll be watching. Not sure if you're watching live, but I know you'll be watching because you told me. So I'm going to take your word for it. You're retired. But,
Now you got plenty of time to do your 2 steps, bro.
enjoy, enjoy your retirement, Mr. Black Knight. And
Black
again,
Knight got that mean 2 step, y'all. Y'all don't know.
oh yeah,
You better recognize.
maybe we'll see a video of it.
I've seen some before.
Okay.
I don't know if maybe could send one into us, but yeah, I've seen maybe 1 or 2 times of him doing his 2 step.
2 times the 2 step. Okay.
Doing his thing, and what's up?
Excellent.
Retirement is great.
Oh, I can't wait. So the next thing is we also have that what you just guys saw intro, and we have several intros that we already have recorded. But if you want to be part of that, part of the show at the beginning, when you say an intro, you say who you are. You could say what depot you're from, whatever you want to say, and then just end it with Two Transmission starts now, or something to that matter. It's like a 15-second video, and then we could use it to start the show, as we did with Mr. Black Knight's video. So that's another cool thing. You mail it to us to TwoTransitMisfits@gmail.com. Make sure you put it under the, we call it the not the headline, the description. It's another name for that on the email. The body, I don't know, whatever. When you put what the video's about, put on there intro. It fits for the what do you call it? It fits for the interview, the stories behind the wheel. Put that on there also. The subject line, yes, the subject line. Put on the subject line either intro or subject line bus operator stories behind the wheel, something like that, so that we know which video you're sending us. So yeah, so we've had, I don't know if anybody watches Miss Evangeline Byers. She ran for president some time back for the local. And I noticed that she had posted a live video. And in that live video, um, actually, before we even get into that, um, the ballots were counted for the local. They were counted on July 17th. They were supposed to be ratified by July 28th. I'm not sure if it got done or not, but we have how the voting went. I know it's passed, but I've actually had some people stop me in the depot asking me, and this is how it went. Everybody was saying that the trains were gonna mostly vote no, right? And where we got it at now.
So
Go ahead. You
80,
see it?
8,500 people voted.
Well, 8,500 voted yes, 3,900 voted no. It's still a drop in the bucket.
It's like 11,000 people
Yeah. And
out
we
of
have close to 37,000, I believe.
right.
Yeah. So pretty much everybody voted yes, for the exception of train operators, which was 439 yes to 617 no's. Tracks was 317 yes to 351 no's. And tower operators 34 yes, 59 no's. But with TA surface operators, there were 656 yeses and
Bro,
432 no's. That's still like
that's like
nothing.
one depot.
Yeah, we have close to 7 at the Jackie Gleason Depot. It's embarrassing. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's that people didn't get their ballots, but these numbers, or people just didn't care and tossed out their ballots.
Mhm.
Which brings me to my next question, which is this whole thing with Evangeline Byers. She made a live video asking for unison of the slates. And my question
Mhm.
is, can TWU slates actually work together? And Blunt, and I'm like just going on the roll here, but just jump in anytime.
No, I mean I'm waiting to see what you're about to say first.
Yeah, so
I already know my opinion to that, but
I saw the video, and I was gonna put a clip, but I just forget the clip. Was she basically saying that she has experience um, getting a team together. She has experience in the field. She has experience campaigning. And she believes that if all the slates get together working for that one goal, then we could have something big, which I believe if everybody was together on track for the same goals on our contract, we will be stronger. But then she goes by saying um, that she goes, she says, her logo, stronger together, right?
Mhm.
But she kind of, the way she posted it was like, if she has good fighters on her side, we will be better. So there goes. Kind of, she wants to lead it. And that's where a problem goes because we have the other slates. We have Tramel's slate. We have, I'm sorry, I don't remember his name from because I think they kicked me out of the group. I don't know. I don't see it. We've had him on our show a couple of times. He does the those lives on not on this program. What's the other program that everybody was using? Um, remember Blunt? Everybody when they go live on Zoo, is it? What's the name of that?
Zoom
Zoom. Yeah, when they go on Zoom. What was he? Remember the white dude? I'm sorry, I
or the
forgot his
Fight
name.
Back Coalition.
Five back. Yeah, that. What
Okay.
was his name? I haven't seen him in a while, and I'm sorry, but
Um,
I can't remember his name. He's been on our show too, so my apologies. But she's asking
yeah,
pretty much for those
I haven't seen
slates.
them in a while neither.
Yeah, those slates to come together. But it seems like she wants to lead, and I doubt the Termel's group would say okay
Mhm.
because this is the way I see it is like too many chiefs, not enough Indians. It's like she's saying everybody needs to put their differences aside, and I believe that. But Miss Evangeline, I believe you as well. With what you were saying, it seemed like you wouldn't want to have it any other way unless you was leading. And right there's division all over again. Division between the slates, division between our own union, because there's just too many slates running, too many slates. And as long as that continues, where these slates have their people that will vote for them, this slate, too many, we're going against one slate that's been winning, which is
Mm.
what's the name with
Stand
JP
united.
Stand United. They have that one slate.
And
So
Stand United won because they unified everything. They brought everybody together.
exactly. So I don't know how this would work, but the whole thing is they either have to be all leaders, because that's, I think, the only way that's going to work, because none of them are going to like step down and be like, okay, I will help you win, or I don't think it's going to happen, but that's what should happen. Somebody should like take your chips off your shoulders, get together, forget about who's leading what, maybe start a whole new slate with everybody in it, and just work together all together as an actual family, not, my slate is better or this slate, because I don't see this changing. I don't see it. Too many hotheads. Too many hotheads. Pardon me, Evangeline, but this is my opinion. It's like nothing's gonna happen. No slate's gonna come together, in my opinion, if everybody wants to be the boss. Everyone wants to be the leader.
I mean,
So,
did she say she's going to be the boss, or did she just
well,
inferred she was?
in a roundabout way, she did, because she was like saying that she's down for, like, what do you call it when you make, like, have ideas.
Mhm.
But then she said, but depending, as long as it's, so it's like she wouldn't be okay with just anything.
I mean, but who would?
Well,
Honestly.
but if you're talking out saying that everybody got to get together, you can't expect the other slates to go ahead and step down under you and let you lead, because again, everybody wants to be the top dog. Everybody wants, and each slate wants to be the ones that bring something good to our union. That's how I see it.
Mhm.
So
So, so the formula is there, and the idea
formulas
is
there,
there. The execution part is what's going to be the problem,
big
because
problem.
um, as far as they're concerned, I don't know if they're either anybody's willing to back down from the leading role. But there's a way you can go around that, and that's simply by doing a independent vote.
Amongst
You
all
know,
all the slates.
no, if you say, let's say they all get together, they say, okay, we're gonna form the new millennium slate, and it's let's just say, we throwing names out. Let's say it's Tremel. Let's say it's Evangeline. Let's say it's Joe Camel, uh, John Ferretti. That's the guy
John Ferrari,
from
yes,
Fight Back Coalition. John
yes.
Ferretti, um, and who else is a powerhouse hitter? And
Oh,
who else that
Martinez,
might
I
be
guess
Joe? Let's say
he
Joe
was
Martinez.
running.
Let's say all of them get together
Well,
and they form one slate, which is
that
that'd
would be
be
this
that would be like the NBA dream team.
the dream team,
Um,
right?
it's like, okay, so who's going to lead that? If they say, okay, we all together, but we don't, nobody wants to back down from being a leader, so we're going to let the members choose, and they do an independent voting thing and have the members choose who they want to lead, and whoever wins that is, they stick to that vote. Whoever wins that vote is that's who will lead.
But I think
And
that would fall under who has the biggest following,
it
because
could, but that's
everybody's got, if let's say I'm on the Trammell and I'm like, I'm in
most of the
Trammell's page,
people.
I'm gonna be
Most of
voting
the
for Trammell. I'm not gonna want
mm,
Evangeline or John or
mm,
anybody else. So I think whoever has the most people following would still
M-
end up on top.
Most of the people may vote like that, but you'd be surprised at how a lot of people take voting seriously. I
Mm,
mean, we're not voting for Trump here, so we don't have to worry about that cult type shit.
mm,
I mean, I think in this instance, when it comes to somebody leading transit, they're going to look and they're going to do their due diligence on each candidate who's ever's up, and the one who has the best track record should be sitting down. But like you said, it is a popularity vote at most of the points. But if if what you do stands out more than somebody's being popular, you most likely will get the vote. I mean, I could be like, okay, well, Jamel's everywhere, so people will see him more. They're more familiar with his name. But just as many people that like Jamel, they don't like Jamel.
mm.
And the same thing would go for Evangeline or John, or even
John,
uh,
Joe
uh,
Campbell,
Joe.
Martinez,
We sat and we've talked to. I mean, we had conversations with all of them. Um, Jamel, Evangeline. Evangeline's been on the show more than once.
Joe
Joe's been on the
Campbell's been on the
show.
show.
John's been on the show, and we hold conversations with all of them, and they're all good. I mean,
They all have the
they're
right
all
idea.
great. They're all great people. I mean, on a personal level, they're all great people. They all have good ideas. They all have ambition. They all have the members um, in front. They're all for the members, and I don't care who disagrees with me about either one of them. I know that if any one of them were to uh, get transit to get in a position of transit where they have authority to do something for the members, they're gonna work. They're gonna work hard for the members. Um, whether and this is just a side thing. Whether it corrupts someone to get in there, I don't know. I don't know nobody well enough to say it will or it won't. But because sometimes people, and this is just me from experience, people talk a good game, and then when they get into power, they turn to crap.
Yeah,
Power
and
goes to
we've
their
seen that
head,
quite a few
and
times.
they do nothing. They just status quo. You know,
And
this
talking
brings
about
me
that,
up.
we got some people on the e board that were just all this, want to change this and this and this, and now you don't hear from them.
Yeah, I
Crickets,
mean, I would like to
same
know,
thing.
because I've we've been down for a little while, and I've been on and off social media, mostly TikTok, just having fun. But I keep
Yeah,
my ear to the ground.
throw your plug real quick in there.
I
Come on.
keep my ear to the ground when it comes to transit issues, and I haven't seen anything from anybody lately. The new ones that were fighting to get in, the old ones that are still there. I haven't seen anything. I don't know. What do you guys do? Are you guys seeing anything from all the members that were newly elected? I don't know. You got to
I'm
tell me
here.
because
I'm
I don't
hearing
see
there's some
anything.
kind of a barbecue going on the Gleason, but it's not the Gleason. It's somebody else doing a barbecue.
Yeah, I'm not worried about bar. I'm more. I mean,
I'm
I,
just
I get
saying.
I get
What
the
I'm
barbecue
saying.
stuff, but
The
I'm more
talking
about
about
what are they doing for
the
the
pulling away from
members.
everything thing, where they're just doing their thing now and not really pushing the issues they were talking about in the beginning when they were voted in. So,
Hold on, I'm just gonna read what Jason. What up,
and
Jay? Jay,
Jason,
what's good,
I
bro?
was just about to put that same thing.
Yep, and it takes votes from each other, and it's a plus for current slate. Yeah,
Yeah, because all the
yeah,
other slates are pretty much taking everybody's votes instead of putting them all together in one.
yep. And then what you're doing is you're dividing that vote that could go to that one person. So when you have the different factions like you do, if everybody's going to their little faction, that just
Remember the
the
older the what was his name? Jesus, I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names. I'm good at faces, bad with names. We had the older man that was running for president. He was even putting something together at Barclays for everybody to get together. He came on our show a few times. He's from Transit. I think he's like 7 years old now.
Oh, you talking about
We had flyers done for him and everything.
Mr. Lee,
Miss Lee,
Mr. Lee Ireland.
Ireland. Yeah,
Yes, Mr.
yes.
Lee Ireland. Yeah,
He backed
what's
down.
good, Lee?
Yes, what's
Yeah,
so good? What's
yeah,
good? He had
yeah.
backed down because he said he
Mhm.
want he so that what was it for Evangeline? Was it, or I don't know if it was for Tremel, for one of them. He said he was getting out of the race to help them move up. So that right there is what I'm talking about.
Right, and he was
Uh,
he was going hard body too.
yep, he was putting a lot of
He
his
was
money.
going. He was old school with it, but he was going hard body. He
Mhm.
was printing flyers. I don't know, guys. You got to look that up. Google it. Flyers.
A lot
But
of
he was
his money.
printing. He was printing flyers, and he was going to depot to
Depots,
depot,
garage.
station to
Yeah,
station, garage. He was going, but himself. He was working
old
himself to
school.
death. He
Yeah.
was working himself to death. I mean, I worked with him on some projects that he was doing for the
Mhm.
campaign,
Mhm.
and he was working himself to death, y'all.
The
Just
videos
trust
when
me,
you
he
was
was
trying to
working
do
himself
videos
to
with
death.
him.
Yeah, he was working
Yeah.
himself to death. He was he's not social media literate, but he put the effort in. He tried. He was working hard, bro. I get that man a lot of credit. He was
Yeah,
working really
he could
hard.
have done something, but then he backed down and he said he was gonna help whatever other slate, and that's what we're gonna need. You need all these other slates. One of them be like, okay, we're gonna back down. We're gonna back this candidate all the way, and then work from there.
What up,
That's
Luis Martinez?
that's
It was good.
that's things the only way to do it, man. That's the only way to do it. I don't see
Looks
any
like
other way. That's the only way they're gonna get together. They have to they if one of them is gonna lead, then Booker, listen, bro. Stop haunting me with that. We ain't doing that, all right? Booker. We can't be doing that, bro. That's in public over there, man. Remember the video, your boy Blunt? We say we're gonna do a little video together. But that I was mentioning if we had a barbecue when it's amongst us, all right, Booker, amongst us, our group. But yeah, exactly. You laugh at that. But we're gonna be somewhere where it's not just us, and I can't, I can't put myself through that. As dumb as my TikToks look like, when I do them, it's just me and the camera. It's not around other people. So nah, not this time, bro. Maybe one day we have like just an actual group, just a group. Maybe rent the plans or something. We'll come up with something. But you keep doing you, bro. You keep doing you. Don't worry about it. We're good. Yeah. So yeah, that's what needs to be done. So I want if anybody knows this watching, did this get ratified already? The contract was supposed to be ratified 28th.
I thought it was ratified. I thought it passed. I
Mm.
think I think Zenaida had sent the link saying that it passed. She's
Okay,
usually on top of that stuff.
and I was trying to get info from our depot chair as far as the thing for autism that we
Hmm.
fought and got to find out exactly what it is. What's the plan? Because I was told that it's on there, but I went through it. I freaking went through it like with a fine comb, and I don't see anything there where it says how much exactly time or hours are going to be given to this ABA. How often, what amount of money is going to cover? Is it going to be just in schools? Is it just going to be at home? Because one thing they were saying is like, oh, we got speech therapy, we got OT, and those things we already have. So I'm sorry to say, we already have that. Department of Education already covers that with the kids in school. So the only of all those therapies that were not covered after the age of 3 is the ABA. So that's important. Everything else that you guys are saying that we got, we already had that. My son's been getting all those other therapies since before he was 3 and after 3. They continue at his school. but is the ABA the important one? And would like to know exactly what we're getting. So I don't have to bother our depot chair again because he had said that he was going to come back and let me know. We're now still waiting, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, we need a follow up because
That info. Yeah,
like
we need that
like
follow up.
John was saying here, you got to get the see what's going on with electronic voting.
Yeah,
Um,
what's that
I
going to
think
happen?
it's pretty much time to get into that. Um, so I can't where they got it right now. It's just the mail. It's just not working.
Jason says that should have been explained before. Yeah, yeah, it should have. If you're talking about the whole ABA thing, yeah, well, the whole thing with the contract should have been explained. There's a lot of things there that we blindly went and voted for because we just saw, you know, part of the good news about it. But yeah, there's some things that should have been more detailed and explained. But we'll see what happens. So the same thing with the retirees with their plan. Some people are saying something, some people are saying something else, but we still don't have the details on it. But speaking of contracts, UPS. Did you guys hear about you? Well, you hear about UPS? UPS and their contract.
Hmm.
Let me see, because I had it. I got it here set
Boy, he better get it.
up.
Hope he got a pay raise because them boots is done.
UPS
Jeez.
Teamsters, they reached a tentative deal on a new labor contract. And what it really means to the 340,000 rank and file Teamsters who work for the company who now get to vote on the deal. That could bring millions of package deliveries to a grinding halt. That's if they would have gone into a strike. So let me take this off. So things that were included in the main bargaining by the union were $2.75 more per hour in 2023 and $7.50 more per hour or more than $15,000 a year by the end of the contract, which is a 5-year contract. Existing part-time workers who the union said were making as little as $15.50 an hour as starting pay in some parts of the country will be raised up to at least $21 per hour immediately. Starting pay will be increased to $23 an hour during the life of the contract. A lower tier of wages that allowed UPS to move from 5 days a week delivery to 6 days was eliminated. Also, no more mandatory overtime, which I didn't even know they had that. They do mandatory overtime, working those guys like dogs, man. UPS will add 7,500 brand new full time jobs, and they're going to fill 22,500 other open full time positions. So, guys, if you're out there sitting on your ass and looking for a job, this might be a good time to try out for UPS. I mean, they're going to wind up making $50 an hour. So they basically got $10 raise from 40, they're jumping to 50. That's a big deal. And we're getting what? We're getting pennies on the dollar.
Hmm.
And they have a lot more workers than we do. And they were able to get that. They're going to buy air conditioned delivery vans starting next year. And they will add heat mitigation features to the existing fleet of 95,000 vans. Paid holiday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which they say they never had. They're getting that. So that's it. That's like the main things that UPS got. So shout out to UPS sticking hard to their plan, and they got this just before even going into a strike. So that's what you call having a strong leadership. What or what is it that you call it?
Elected
Oh, you
officials.
used to. You used to. After I know you had some of your video about that, so you're like maybe yes, maybe no. Elective, you know.
It depends on the person.
Okay, so it
Like,
depends on
yeah.
you or me. So
No,
you
no, no. It depends on the
on who
elected official.
on the elected official.
You see
Okay.
the difference between a leader and elected official. There's a difference. That's why. And before I was just clumping them together, but there is a difference.
Well, and the way I used to see it was like we pay our dues, for them to do the job for us. So we are kind of in a way voting them in to lead us. When we vote for a president, we expect him to be the one that's going to lead us.
No, you want them to be your voice, not to lead you. And then you want them to be able to say, but here's the thing, a, an elected official is just gonna do what you ask him to do. A
Mhm.
leader is gonna in a hard position will be able to make a decision that's gonna benefit you guys, but not against what the members want.
I see
Even if
what you
he
mean.
feels like it's
Like they're not going to
wrong,
say jump. You're going to ask how high. You
right?
know,
You know,
I
they
got you.
they'll be able to say no, 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 this is not a good for you guys. Let's do this and do that. That's where the leader comes into play. So you got to be. I'm very selective when I call anybody a leader. I don't like to follow nobody. So, but elected official for me is good. For now, until I see a leader out of one of them.
Okay, okay. I hear you. So yeah, so awesome, awesome, awesome news from them. So be nice if our elected officials would take something from their page and maybe for our next contract, do the right thing.
So
Because
now that
even
this
though,
contract thing is pretty much a done deal.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
what do you think people gonna want now? What's the next topic? What's next on the agenda?
no, I think for the majority, they're all still gonna want more money.
I mean,
I
that's
think
always
in
on the
in
that's
a
that's
lot of
always
them,
going to be on the
that's
agenda.
gonna
But
be their
let's
their main thing. They want more money. Depending on how this healthcare benefit turns out, because I've been hearing both sides. So depending on how that turns out, that might be something they're gonna fight to change on the next one, because they were kind of saying that they were throwing the retirees under the bus with this health plan. So, and I mean, we're all gonna be, God willing, be alive and be able to retire and enjoy our retirement. And we'd like to get taken care of also once we retire. We don't want it to take stuff from us, make it difficult for us after putting all that time, all those years into working for this company, for them to just basically say, screw you, you know, you take care of yourselves. So depending on that plan, I think that's another thing that's going to be on the table for the retirees. So more money, a better plan for retirees, maybe even better healthcare. Even though I gotta say, I'm not gonna. I can't say I complain about our plan, because anytime I've had to do anything for the doctor, medication, our prescription plan, uh, I haven't really had an issue with that. So maybe there's some of you out there that have had some kind of issues with that. I'm okay with the way it is right now. But yeah, as Facebook user says, they need a better retirement plan, and I agree with that. I agree with that. But again, we have to leave it up to our elected officials to hopefully, for the next contract, get together. All these slates actually get together and do something big for once.
mm,
If anything you got to add, guys, thank you for commenting. Keep on with your comments. We go back and forth on them.
Lloyd. Facebook usernames. That's Lloyd. This is Lloyd Archer right here.
How you doing, Lloyd? I wanted to add to tell you that maybe they want to keep a secret sometimes.
Oh,
you know,
well, it's public on Facebook.
I mean, they do see it. Yeah, yeah. So I guess
So
not really
if
an
you don't
issue.
want your name, just let us know.
I guess if you don't want your
Um,
name, you just don't post. you just
yeah,
don't
don't give
comment.
them permission. Yeah, or don't post.
Yeah. So what do you
Or
say?
or
Once they give up a
or
money item, you never get it back.
yep. Once you give them money on them. Yep. Yep. I mean, case in point, when they gave up the cost of living, you ain't never getting that back. I
Unless
still
we
feel
get the
like
right to strike again, if that's even possible.
I think that with the right circumstances, you're gonna strike anyway. It may not be legal, It was illegal when we did it the last time, and we
Hmm.
still struck. So if the fight is worth fighting,
And push comes to shove, right?
yeah, you're gonna strike anyway. That's why it's good for like on off times like now, where everything's calm down, contracts already over. It's a good time, a good idea to um work a little overtime and put some money away while you can for a rainy day in case next contract come. You might have to strike. You could say, well, I got about 5 days in the bank that I could strike for 5 days at least. Most likely the strike won't last that long, but you got at least a week's worth of money in your bank account to hold you down. Because if you have to strike, they're going to charge you for it. So if they charge you, this is money you already saved for it. So it doesn't really hurt you as much as they think it is. But that's just me. We all know that the more money you make, the more bills you get. You got to pay. So
Hmm.
it always ends up messed up.
Yeah, so
You know what I'm
we'll
saying?
see what happens with that. What else we got? We got I don't know if you guys heard about the
Mm.
got this new wheelchair technology. You seen it? New wheelchair technology that's coming to transit. Uh real quick, here it goes.
Or they can do it because sometimes, they may have a stroke or something, right? And they cannot use their arm. You can do it for them. Okay, but they can do it themselves. But they can do it themselves, right?
Was it just the arm that comes down? I don't get it. I'm
Well,
lost.
yeah, sort of. What we got here? Oops. What was it? Yeah, it's like when you pull yourself in, it's supposed to lock itself in. It locks itself in, and there's a button
Okay.
where the customer could do it themselves. It kind of that way the operator won't have to go there and with the straps and do all that kind of stuff.
I don't trust the public doing it for themselves.
Well, that's why the operator could be standing there, oversee. As long as you see that it locks in, you can see when the machine locks in place and everything's good. You just tell them make sure you
Yeah.
put your brakes on and you're good to go. So that's something new that's coming.
If when that thing locks into place, there's a light on a dash that lets you know that it's locked, then okay.
Then okay.
But as far as letting them do it, you have some people that'll come on and they'll do it themselves.
Mm.
But the majority of people ain't gonna want to do it. They're gonna say, yeah, I'm drive it, and you're gonna hit that turn, and they're gonna go flying out that seat.
Well, that's why you got to make sure that you watch and see that they do it, that they
Yeah,
connect everything. Even you stand there and just watch, make sure everything gets locked up properly.
that's all good. I mean,
Mhm.
technology is technology. But like
Yeah,
I
it's
said,
pretty
if,
good.
if it locks in and there's something, it's some kind of indicator on the dashboard to let you know that it's locked, then
Hmm.
that's great. Nice, nice.
And continuing with our new technology, you heard about the new technology, MTA using AI, AI to stop fare beaters,
Fair beaters. Yeah,
stop
I've
fare
I've
beaters.
read that.
Yeah, check this out.
What the hell was that?
So that if you don't know, hey Danny, that if you don't know is from the Tom Cruise movie. What was the name of that? Minority Report. That was from back in 2002, and it
Mm.
was it was based in Washington D.C. 2054, where they would utilize psychic technology to arrest and convict criminals before they would
Pre-crime.
commit their crimes.
It's called
So,
pre-crime.
like, yeah, what you see in there, they going into the train and they have the AI technology with their eyes
Mm.
because they put something to their eye which they would connect. But it's something I remember when I saw that movie. I used to be like, "Wow, right? That something like that ever happens?" And
They're close to it.
yeah, we are. Yeah, 2023. with something like AI, and this is the actual MTA AI video. Check it out.
The MTA is using artificial intelligence to combat a $700 million fare evasion problem that can look something like this.
And so that's backhawking.
The Metropolitan Transportation Authority recently disclosed that it is using AI technology that combines surveillance video with MetroCard and Omni data to help quantify how much money it's losing in unpaid subway fares. With about 16% of all subway riders skipping out on their fares, MTA Chairman Janno Lieber is defending the aggressive new approach.
With $700 million a year now being lost, this is a serious threat to the MTA.
MTA officials said they're only using the AI software to count the number of fare beaters in the system and not to identify them. But subway rider Malcolm Combs isn't convinced.
They say they are using it for that, but you never know. It changes here and there. I feel like it's a kind of a gateway if you kind of allow it.
The MTA has also said it has no plans to bring the technology over to the Long Island Railroad. But privacy advocate Albert Fox-Kahn, who uncovered some of the details of the MTA's AI operation, believes it's just a matter of time before similar technology will be used to keep track of LIRR riders who don't pay their fares.
Manhattan may be the epicenter of New York surveillance, but it tends to spread out. And we've seen Nassau and Suffolk police departments using many of the same surveillance tools that once were only thought to be something for the NYPD.
Although most of the MTA's fare evasion problem is on the subways and buses, it's still also very much a problem on the Long Island Railroad as well. Last year, the railroad lost $24 million to fare evasion, and the railroad says about a third of all its fares are either collected incorrectly or not collected at all.
So with that, I've seen a couple of videos of someone putting on TikTok that bringing this up, where they went in to the train, to the gate, and she said like 3 hours later, she had a charge from MTA to $275 when she went through the exit door. A couple of people imposed, and someone said that on the bus they came to the back door, and then they also, and I could see the back door depending where it was at, because some buses the back Omni is off, so that wouldn't catch your card or your phone if you have it open, where you just pass by and they'll collect the fare. So if the issue was at the back, it was locked and they walked in. Like, I don't know. I don't know how that's possible, but a couple people mentioned that just before this, saying that, yeah, they got in, they went through the back door, or they went into the exit of the subway, and like 3 hours later, they saw a charge for $275.
My question is, one, how much they pay for this? And then it's like, okay, so now you get the numbers in. Now what? Now what? You put more costs on it? How do you enforce these people to pay their fare?
It's supposed to be like just like a warning. I don't know how to
away
send
the police.
The warning.
You take away the police that were patrolling, and then you wind up with a bigger problem than you already had. It wasn't like they weren't jumping the turnstiles when we had transit police, because they were. But now that you take them away, it's even more of a problem. So now you want to say, okay, let's spend 24. What is it? They lost $24 million for fare evasion alone. Well, if you put some cops in certain spots, you recoup a lot of that money. I don't know. I just think that they're just throwing spaghetti at the wall right now.
An idea which without her being pushed around was put a cop, let's say, on every bus to start in one line. Start it like on a bus on a route that doesn't have. I
don't agree with that.
Listen, that has too many buses. It doesn't have too many buses, so there will be one on every bus in that route for, let's say, a week, where people see it no matter, they can't get off and say, I'll just get on the next one, because there will be somebody there to be like, you're not getting on here for a whole week. And then if they see what they call the pilot would work, maybe they could expand it depending how it works. Maybe
What was the
the next
beginning of
one.
that one? What was the beginning of that one?
What do you mean the beginning?
How you started that?
As far as fare evasion,
Right.
to put an officer in
Mhm.
every bus on a certain route, starting with the ones that have the less buses to cover, and to be there like all day, whatever, half the day, whatever, where no matter where they get on, like if they get on, they see the officer and they just step up, so I'll just get the next bus. The next bus will also have one, so that whole line will be covered for that day.
Yeah. I mean, they can
Start
do
with the
that.
smallest one. With
They can do that.
they could do
Go
that.
to the line. Like if you go if they check with the depots and they say, okay, which line of your depot is the most problematic, and they start with that line. And if they can do something like, if you want to become an officer, one of the entry level positions is to ride the bus.
Mhm.
So you want to work your way up. That's like, you got traffic agent, and then you got
I mean,
ride the bus,
yeah,
patrol,
I
blah,
can't.
blah, make it one of those
Right. I
you
mean,
know.
they have right now. They're gonna have like 5 lines in the city, which will be free. So if they could do that, same thing, they could do that. Maybe the B43 doesn't have a lot of buses on there either. So again, just start with a line that doesn't have a lot of buses and have somebody there like all week long, officers on each bus all
I
day.
mean, I don't know about buses that the line doesn't have a lot. I think you need to go to the buses that have the most problems.
Yeah, but then there will be more,
You can go to a,
you know, more people to have to put on the buses. Why am I getting a call?
it's like, I don't know. If you have a lot of, they don't have a lot of buses, it could be a line that everybody pays. So now you got a bunch of cops there for nothing.
Well, but that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do their due diligence and find out which is the worst line, which is the shortest line that they could put that in there. It's just to to start showing,
Yeah.
that there is some people watching, and maybe not actually have them in uniform, so they're not easy to notice. Once they come up, maybe they're in a suit. And then when they start going into other buses, they see people might be with a suit. They don't know if that person is gonna be one of those is gonna be like, yo, you didn't pay your fare, or a regular person. So some people, especially because right now, I was speaking to another operator, not too long ago. He says, he goes, there was a time when it was just the hood, when most people that were uh, coming in for free was from the hood, and now you
Yeah.
see a lot more people, elderly, people they seem so honest before, people with families, little kids, like it expanded where more people just strolling in.
Well, because they could get away. They know they could get away with it. There's
Yeah, and
nothing
he
really going to
blamed
happen
it.
to them.
He blamed it on COVID. It says back in the day when we had the COVID thing, where transit was letting people go through the back doors, people get used to that. They got used to that, to coming in without having to pay. The same thing with this pilot with um with the strollers. They put out there that they're gonna try a pilot on this 1 or 2 buses in Manhattan.
Mhm.
People read like between the lines or something, or they misread certain notices to where like, oh, I could bring my stroller into the bus, and now they just put that in their head and they think it's every bus, because transit puts it out there. It's like we say in Hispanic, de un dedo coge la mano. I give you one finger, you take the whole hand.
Mhm.
Like they put that out there, like, hey, we're gonna try this. So they're like, well, we're just gonna go in, and more people doing it. So they gotta come back hard. They gotta come back hard. And this thing, we're putting cameras, AI, that's deterrent. Doesn't really work for everybody, you
It
know.
barely works anyway.
And the whole thing they call
Um,
back cocking. Like, who came up with that?
yeah, they
Back
need to
cocking.
change that name.
Yo, like a gun, like I guess, like when you pull back on the cock, so it's something like that with the turnstile. But when I read that as a back cocking,
Whoever, whoever, They need to change that name pronto. I would never call it that.
I'm not a back hugger. I know some people in the LGBTQ plus community might like that and take that word for themselves.
Exactly.
How about a little back hugging action?
Exactly. I got your back cocker right here. No,
I want to know who came up with that word, man. Who came up with that word? I guess they're
Probably
trying to be
Tyrone.
inclusive, even with that. Gotta be inclusive. It's the way
We're about to get shut down.
Listen, we got nothing against it. It's not like you said. There's nothing. Not that there's anything wrong with that. No.
Not that there's. I know I gotta put that in my little bank over here. Not that
Yeah, I
there's
gotta put
anything
that.
wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Yeah. So guys, I guess we're coming to the end. We want. Oh, I see that you already have it set up. You already have it set up. But just a quick reminder. This goes to all our NBP, which is where everything started. Our NBP or Next Please page. We started doing our get-togethers. Continues. We're going to continue doing our get-togethers. So, TwoTransitMisfits will be bringing you the next NBP get-together once again, and we'll have a video for that. And we've been posting where it's going to be. So, guys, if you miss it, if you say you didn't see it, then it's just that you're probably not often here on social media. But we have it everywhere on Facebook, on YouTube, TikTok. We post it on our pages. So, it's
Was it
coming
on
up.
TikTok?
Hmm?
Did I put it on TikTok?
If you didn't, I did, or I did one myself talking about it. But yeah, but we're having a get together, and as we go, we will post it, and I think we're done, right?
Oh, we do have the video for it.
Yeah, that. But after that, I'm saying,
Yeah.
so. But let's throw it in, and then we'll say goodbye. So you guys get to see more about it. All right. Yeah, good music, bro. All right, so be there or be square. All right, our next
join us.
get together.
Join
It should be
us.
fun. I have quite
Yeah.
a few people saying they're going, so and I believe now tomorrow, the next day I'll be able to call up to see if we get a table because you could do that online now. They told me to do it
Okay.
like 30 days prior. That's why I was hoping to see how many want to confirm to see if we get one or two tables, but we'll see. Whatever.
How many's a table hold?
I have no idea. I think maybe it's to 20, but
Okay.
we'll find out. Um, so that's it. I mean, thank you again for joining us for the show, our 180th episode. We'll hope to see you back next week. Yeah, we're not. It's got to be something drastic to happen because we already were out for a whole month, and I hate doing that to you guys. And a matter of fact, I was thinking about stopping this blunt. I've talked to you about and then I started thinking about it, and I realized when was it that I created this whole MVP live show turned to Transit, and that was on the date of my daughter's birthday that had passed. And I'm like, I can't shut it down. When I did it, it's like it was a rough day for me when that happened, and I wanted to keep my head busy. I thought about the show, and we did our first recording on that date, which is February 23rd. This is like 5 years ago now, and yeah, we got to keep it going, man. We got to keep it going. So I need you guys to please make sure to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Show some love, because I'm doing this for my little girl, the one that I know. That's what I started this for, and we got to keep it going. We got to get bigger. We got to grow. So, with that said, I'm Brooklyn Pete,
I'm your boy Blunt.
and that's the end of our show.
Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Good night, everybody. See you next week.
Peace.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.